What is going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna show you just how easy it is to plant a fruit tree in clay soil. Now, we all know how much of a pain clay soil is, but if you set up your hole properly, I promise you, you can grow a healthy fruit tree. Now, the first thing we want to talk about is how big of a hole we should dig. Now, there's a saying, I believe, that you should dig a $50 hole for a $5 tree. Now, in this case right here, this peach tree cost me $50, so in this case, we'll be digging a $500 hole. So the general consensus is that you want to dig a hole that is about 2 to 3 times the diameter of the pot itself. So this root ball right here is about 1 foot long. So in this case, we would want to dig a hole that's about 2 to 3 feet. And as for the depth wise, you want to dig a hole that's deep enough for the root ball. Now in our case with clay soil, we're going to dig a little bit deeper so that way we can amend the bottom layer with compost, just so that way we have a happy medium for our roots to develop properly. So let's get digging. So what I'm doing first is I'm removing the upper layer of the soil, which is the side, and we'll set that aside. Jesus Christ, you hear that clay, guys? All right, guys, I am exhausted. I just finished digging up a ton of clay soil. Let's take a look at this hole real quick. So that's what we accomplished right there. Just look at how hard this thing is, guys. Look at this. Hold on. You hear that? Solid. Now, before adding any compost to the bottom layer, you want to go ahead and scratch up the sides of this wall. That way, when you put in the root ball, it doesn't automatically create a root ball by itself by wrapping it around this perfectly shaped circle. So you want to go ahead and scratch it up. This will allow it to have rivets for the roots to potentially dig into the soil, and hopefully it gets used to the foundation and grow outwards. All right, so let's go ahead and pour our base foundation with compost real quick. Over time, it will amend the soil and improve the soil around it. So we're going to use a lot. Go ahead and pat it down. Let's go ahead and take our peach tree. Ooh, look how beautiful that is. So you want to ruffle up the soil a little bit. You don't want it to stay in this root ball shape. So that way it does give it the flexibility to branch out and spread out. It looks like our hole is plenty deep, so that effort was so worth it. And now we want to backfill it with some of the original clay soil, some more compost, and some topsoil. And then we'll finish it off with another layer of compost, and then we'll mulch on top. I want you to see just how hard this clay soil is. It's like rocks, guys. Let's add some more compost a little bit. It's okay to spill the compost around because it will break down and improve the soil around it anyways. Let's go ahead and add some topsoil now. Let's add the rest of the compost. Let's finish it off with the rest of the topsoil. And for the final layer, we're going to go ahead and add mulch on top of it. Now, I just finished with the final step of giving it a nice watering. I'm not going to give it fertilizer just yet. Right now, it's probably experiencing root shock, so I want to give it some time for it to acclimate to the soil, get it settled in and everything, and then later on in the spring, I'm going to give it fertilizers. Hopefully, you guys find this video useful on how to plant your own fruit tree in clay soil. If you did, please leave me a like, subscribe, and remember, guys, take it easy.